Alright folks, we're back playing with this drag car. Got everything cleaned off of it. You know, when you got something in the shop, it works like a table no matter what it is. So what we're going to do, you know, we're going to change the springs to the inside of the frame, angled down, and we need to get a panhard bar on here and do some measuring, get everything lined up like I need it. But we're going to pull this back body off to be able to get to everything, and then I've got a lot of welding to do. I've got the new welder now, so we can take care of all that. Engine wise, I think we're good on the back side. I think I'm going to have to, I got to raise the front up when we mount it, but I've got it where I want it. So taking the body off is not going to affect anything because we know where everything goes. And still got the upper A-frames to finish up, but we're going to hold off on them. And but everything's looking good, and like I said, the suspension's working good. I think it's going to be just fine. Besides that, I think we're good. I think, like I said, we'll probably go ahead and pull the body off and then just go from there. Start tying everything up on the frame. We'll get the rear end built and together and in it permanent and try to get the rolling on it. Alright, show you as I go. Okay, so we've got the shocks back off. Since I changed the design of it, we've got, we're going to put another round cross member in. We're going to make our shock mounts. Of course, you can see that's a used piece of steel. This is used. This is what we're going to cut our mounts out of. And, you know, this is of course, everybody knows this is a budget build. We're in this thing right now about $800 total, which is still more than I'd like to pay, but you know how it goes. But that's with new front end parts, our control arms, everything we needed to mount the rear. For anybody that hasn't kept up with this, I've got 1-ton Chevrolet ambulance rotors on the back, Dana 60 rear out of a late 70s, I think, Dodge van. We've got the control arms are actually some NASCAR arms that are from, I think, Childers Racing, that we're actually using. Yeah, Childers, I think is what it is. But anyway, they're about the same as a 64 Chevrolet pickup. We're just sort of using them as ladder bars. And let me see, what else do we've got going on? We've got Corvette spindles, Corvette rotors, wheel bearings, everything. Upper and lower ball joints of Corvette. I remade the bottom A-frames, set up different springs and everything on the coilovers on the front. We've got it working well. We're running rack and pinion steering. We've got a 427 truck motor and 350 turbo for now. Engine's going to be raised a little bit in the front, probably lowered a little bit in the back. But we've got it located wise length where we want it. So we're going to get to making some brackets to try to get these shocks mounted. We're going to try to get the panhard bar mounted. That is our goal for the day. So we'll get at it. Alright, we've got our cross member made here. Just got it stuck in there, hanging in there. But got everything, got them all welded up. So now we're going to make our bottom mounts for our ladder bars or control arms, whatever you want to call them. And we'll try to get the springs mounted, and then we'll get this in place where we want it and weld it in. So moving along. That Noah's making brackets for the panhard bar. So I'll have it done here shortly. Alright. Okay. So I finally figured out how I'm going to do the bottom, and I will show you. I was trying to find a good way of doing it, but it was kind of a pain to figure anything out here, the way this back was made. So what I did is I made a bushing, and it's 1/2 inch hole in the center, and I guess about 1 1/8 on the outside, but that is going to actually weld in right there, and a long bolt will go through from the front side. Actually, here's one, but it's actually a little bit too short, but it'll go through and it will stick out, the bolt will stick out, and that's what the shock's actually going to bolt to. Now this will protrude behind that and keep the shock away from it. So that's what we're working on now. We're going to go ahead and get these lined up where we want them, get them welded in real good, and that ought to make a really good shock mount. Then we can line our top up and get it where we want it. So when we're working on that panhard bar, we're working on it right now too. So I'm going to have one mount done. I don't know if I'm going to have a mount on the rear end on this side tonight or not, but we'll see how it works out. All right. Okay, we've got the top tacked in, cross member, and looking good. We've got the bottom on, got all the bolts tight, and come out really well. Things will work out good. Okay, we've gotten started on our panhard bar. Got the brackets on, made. And this is going to go, of course, across to the rear end, and this will be raised up, not quite level, but up that way, and that should work out fine. You know, we're not going to have a lot of travel on the rear end anyway, at all, so should work out all right. Okay, so that's where we're at. I've got a lot of welding to do. I've got a lot of grinding. I'm going to grind some of these welds down and re-weld with the new welder, of course, because I was having issues with the other one. So some of these welds are not what I want. Everything else is coming right along, and we'll be back probably working on this tomorrow, like I said, because of the weather. And once we get this rear where we need it, and you know, everything hooked up like it should be, then we're going to jump up here to the motor mounts and upper A-frames, see if we can get them knocked out. But for now it's moving right along. So, all right, we'll call it a night. Oh, I wanted to show some people, I'm sure, have not seen this. Some people have. Oh, where's my board? No, here it is. We've got some light issues right now. I got some bulbs out I got to replace tomorrow. I was keeping track of what we had in this thing, and I think we're somewhere around $800. There might be another piece of steel that I bought, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check and see, but I know I'll have everything wrote down. So we've got a fuel cell. Spent $140 on the shocks. That was about the most, and then of course made the rims. That was $109, and that was the tube of 3 I bought the first time. And I think I bought another stick. I haven't used it all, but we'll figure it out. And like I said, $300 for the car originally. And the engine transmission I traded for, I didn't really have any money in. So far we're good. We've got a set of boat headers that are 2-inch pipe. We're going to cut them and chop them up and build the headers for it. Grab one of them headers, Noah. We'll show them what them headers look like. So these headers actually face up, but we're going to, like I said, we're going to cut them up. They're actually 2-inch headers, and I guess they've got water injection or something on them, whatever they use on a boat. So we're just going to use part of the pipe, and we'll cut them up and use the flanges and stuff, and we're just going to bring the exhaust down and out the side. A little short. So, what else are we missing, Noah? Oh, okay, yeah, we can put them like that.
That's how they bolt up?
That's how they bolt on the boat. Oh, is that what the goal? Noah says the goal is to do a wheelie, so as long as we can get the front wheels off the ground, then we can quit on it. Now, I guess we can do that with the jack right now.
No.
No.
I want to feel the G-force.
Are you going to ride with me?
Yeah.
Alright. As long as you're that crazy.
I roll Mike.
We'll get Mike to drive it. Alright. So anyway, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so we'll be in here playing with it, working on it, trying to get everything tied up on it. And should come along pretty quick, I hope. But anyway, next, like I said, is finishing up pan hard bar. So, until next time, bye. Bye, Noah.
Bye.